Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jane, and on this channel I do DIYs, craft and Cricut projects. Thank you for stopping by here today. In today's video we are going to be making a cake topper. So in my last video I made an OBAB cake topper, and I said I've done a gender review cake topper for a friend. I thought I'll show you guys how to make it. So if you're a DIY queen, or you're throwing someone a baby shower, or it's your baby shower and you want to make something for yourself, then this is the video for you. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and let's get into today's video. So for the cake topper, we're going to be needing papers. So we have our blue and pink paper, we have our glitter cardstock and mirror cardstock. We need glues to put them together, and we also need our bamboo stick. We have our maker right here, and also I'm going to be designing it in Design Space. So let's go into Design Space. So we are currently in Design Space, and I'm going to the cake topper is going to be girl, boy, and a question mark. So I'm going to type girl, boy, and a question mark. So I'm just going to go to text, type girl, put that aside. Text again, type boy, put that aside, and then next will be the question mark. So, and then put that aside. For the question mark, I'm going to be using the font Arial, and for the girl and boy, I'm going to be using the font Joseph Sophia. So I'm going to click on, which one should I change first? Anyways, the question mark, and I'm just going to type Arial, and I'm going to use the Arial rounded, so which is this one, as you can see. And for girl and boy, I'm going to use the font Joseph Sophia. So I'm going to type, close that, Joseph. And so if I click on boy, go to font, I'll just change that one. So as you can see, I've changed the font of the three things, girl, boy, and the question mark. So for boy, I want to make sure everything is together. So when it's welded and it's cut out, everything cuts out at once. So I'm going to ungroup the boy and then move the letters together. So click on Y and use the left arrow key to move it closer to, and then move the letters closer to B. So it's together. I'll click on everything, I'll highlight everything and group it back. I'm going to do the same for girl, ungroup, and then move it together. So now that I've grouped them back together, I want to give this an offset, because I'm going to be using glitter cardstock for the question mark in front, but I want to give it an offset and then use the mirror cardstock. So what I'll do is click on it and then go to offset right here, and see it as there's already an outline around the question mark for the offset, and I'll just click apply. So as you can see, it has created an offset for the question mark. Our cake is going to be, I'm going to use the regular or the standard, which is, let's say 9 inches. I think that's the standard cake, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm going to make it, make sure that this fits inside the cake. So 9 inches will be about 22 centimeters. This is right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this and duplicate the girl, just to make sure it's firm when it's on the bamboo stick. I don't want it to feel a bit flimsy. But before I do that, I'm going to weld the letters. And what I like to do is duplicate, just so if I make a mistake, I can go back and work on the old one. So I'm going to duplicate girl, put it aside, duplicate boy, put it aside, and then I'm going to weld this one. So weld, click on boy, weld too. And then I'm now going to duplicate what is welded. So why duplicate this one before I weld this? Just in case I make a mistake, then I can come back and work on this instead of having to start over from the beginning. So now that I have, so I'm going to just hide it because I'm not going to be using it. Hide. Before I duplicate it, I'm going to change the color, because girl, we're going to be using pink. So I'm going to just change this to pink right there. And this boy will be, let's say, pink. and then I'm going to duplicate and duplicate. So that's it right there. And for this one, I'm going to be using the glitter cardstock for the front one, and so I'm just going to change it to maybe yellow, light yellow. And for the back one, I'm going to be using the mirror cardstock, and I'll just use the orange. But also what I want to do is duplicate the offset, because the back of the glitter cardstock is white and I don't want the white to show. I said this in my previous video too, so I'm going to duplicate that. And then when I'm cutting, I'll mirror it so that it doesn't show the back. It doesn't show white, instead it shows like a mirror cardstock at the back when you look at it, if you're looking from the back. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is duplicate that one. So I'll just click the duplicate right here. It has duplicated it. So now it's time for us to cut our design. So I'll click make it, and then we'll go over to our machine. So now we're back to our machine, and I'm going to put the first cardstock on the mat so we can cut it. So if I look at design space, I can see the first one is pink, so I'm going to put it on the mat. So I'm using an old cardstock that I've cut out from. So I'm just going to send it through the machine and then have the machine cut that out. The yellow is done, and should have joined the heart shape to the eye, but we're going to fix that. That's not an issue. So I'm just going to take out the girl from the mat, and then I'll repeat this process for the glitter mirror cardstock and the blue one, and then I'll get back to you guys once that's done. So we're done cutting now, and it's time to put everything together. I have my glues right here, and I have my hot glue gun, which is currently heating up. So I'm going to put the heart shape, which is like the dot above the eye. I don't know if you can see it, but it's on its own and it's supposed to be connected. So I'm just going to use this tape runner to do that. I think that's the easiest way. I'm just going to put the tape runner on the eye, and then I'll take the love heart and just glue it right there. If you can see it, it's right there. It's at the top. It's right there. Hopefully you see it clearly. I don't know. Hopefully you can see it at the top. I'm going to do it for the second one, and then I'll join these two together. I've done it. So now I'm going to join the girls together, and so this way, just join them together. I figure I can use my tape runner instead of the glues here, so I'm just going to use the tape runner and go over the letters. I double it to give it a bit of, or give it more sturdiness. So you see, I've glued them together. Hopefully you can see it clearly. I'm just going to put it down and do the same thing for the boy. So for the boy, I'm just going to run tape runner and then join the two together. Oh, this is done too. So the girl is done, the boy is done. I think my hot glue gun is hot, so I'm going to now attach the bamboo sticks. I don't have shorter ones, but even for this one I don't really need a short one because I want this to be long enough. And I'm going to glue this here. I think this is fine. Yeah, because then it's also a bit, it doesn't pop up. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the girl. Put the bamboo stick behind, and I'll put the bamboo stick for this one right here. So let's get our hot glue gun. Strong enough. And I'm going to put that down and repeat for the boy. All done. And now we are going to go over to this one. So before I put this together, for the bamboo stick for this one, I want it to be in between these two. So as you can see, I mirrored this one, so when I put it together, both front and back, it's the same thing. So the bamboo stick, I want it to be in between these two. So I'm going to glue it now and leave that to set. And while it's setting, I'll join the glitter cardstock and this one together. So I'm going to put this one about here, somewhere around here. So this is done. I'll leave it down to set, and now I'll join these two together. So I'm just, for this one, I'm going to use regular glue. So I'm using this Beacon 3-in-1, and I'm going to run it around this part. Put it down here. Let that set, and then do it for this part. As you can see, it's joined together. I'm sure it's still drying, but yeah, that part is done. And now all I have to do is join these two together, just like this. I'm going to use glue. I'm going to run the glue right here and then put this on top of it. And I'm just going to join it, make sure it lines up properly. I know for the bottom it to be a bit hard because of the bamboo stick here, but I'm just making sure the other part lines up properly. Once this part is set, I will add foam squares right down here. So I've made sure everything is lined up properly, and I'm going to let this part dry, and then I'll add foam squares here, so it just keeps that place together. So I think this is dry enough, and I'll just put the foam squares now. So once I put the foam squares, or if you don't know what the foam squares look like, this is what they look like. They're just little squares that adhesive. So once you put it in between, it joins two things together, but it gives it that elevated look. So I put the foam squares in here, and I'm just going to join them together so this stays together. can see, it's no more going this way. It's closed now. And once that is done, your cake topper is ready. As simple as that. I'm going to try and see if I can insert the photo of the one I did for a friend on the cake, and I'll show you what it looks like. So it's just this in middle, and then boy or girl or boy, whichever way you want it, and you're just going to put the bamboo skewers into the cake. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was easy to follow. If it was, please leave a comment down below, and please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button. It will mean a lot to me. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Till next time, stay blessed. Bye.